Watch the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC North. It's the Steelers and the Bengals. All that and more coming up.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Mixon. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
Well, probably that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 MT, hey, stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay inbound.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That's certainly not his best throw that. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow, slant pass to Boyd. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guy. It's a great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Sutton showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals! Tyler Boyd from 21 yards away. And the Bengals are in for 6. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 75 yards. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played, the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And how about that for just running out the clock? 58 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see it where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys.
On 1, ready?
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And it worked forward for about 4 as they get him down at the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Again, it's Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now Burrow on first down. This goes out wide from Mixon. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that went, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Boyd. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Recovered by Pittsburgh.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective game nonetheless.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Third and 2, now Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Kevin Huber now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. First down, here's Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here we go with Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mixon with a first down carry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. From the gun, a give to Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1, oh good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? Inside handoff to Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And pardon me.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division
division opponent. Gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Cincinnati, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home.
This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability. It's week 2 of the NFL. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow, coming off a nice week throwing the ball with 4 touchdown throws. It's the Bengals and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Evans has it left side. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Unnecessary run defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Cincinnati.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
After the big play. Finish now on 1st and goal. Burrow will throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in 2nd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but
the Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Here we go. And Hayden Hurst's only year as the unquestioned starter, he had 571 yards and 6 touchdowns for Atlanta. The Bengals, they remembered him when he was a player with the Baltimore Ravens and liked his game. So when they needed a new starter, he was their choice, and he gets them a 1st down here.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
To the air again, Burrow. Caught on the slant. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals have retaken the lead.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want...
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways.
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute.
All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Short throw underneath to Hurst.
Finding space at the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good. The catch going to net him 23 and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From midfield now, Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1, ready?
And Burrow going to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. So we have reached.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And oh, that is going to be a safety.
The ever-dependable Tyler Boyd leading this offense back out there as Cincinnati gets set for their next drive.
A monster game so far. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for... Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double.
Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst from 13 yards out. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here we go, here we go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw here.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Burrow. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown! Jamar Chase.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bengals are on their way to a 2-0 start. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last.
Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Here we go.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Mixon will try the right side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, They certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in. These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to a It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see the 2021 Comeback Player of the Year.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Now Burrow on first down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 127 yards, and a score.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
First carry here for Joe Mixon.
Fights through him, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
The Bengals at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Here we go. Here we go.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow able to find Higgins. He's got room at the 30. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Here we go, here we go.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off.
Here we go.
Pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring.
Burrow looking to pass.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon.
And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that. We don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On 3rd down, Mixon.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they go play action now. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are in for 6.
Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
On 1, right?
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow will throw.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Mixon will get it to start the 2nd half. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Again, it's Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And some room to roam now.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 40 yards on the ground.
Well, we've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get them the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game.
And that was an example of catching a team off guard because it really paid off for them. They weren't ready for that at all. I know they weren't ready to try and catch him because once he hit full stride, that was going to turn into a big play, and it did.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a run. And now they will throw it with Burrow.
Slant pass to Boyd.
Touchdown! Tyler Boyd from 17 yards out. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, partner, he has carried. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On second down, there's the option going left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here we go.
They'll run with Mixon. And able to get this one across the 40. He's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Here we go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Room here to run. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And able to get this to the 31. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They gotta go, gotta go.
Here's a give to Mixon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. And that's knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your... The Bengals drive about to get going.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
First down. Here's Burrow.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1 to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was...
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go, here we go.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
141 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jamar Chase, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They've got to be feeling very confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Cincinnati, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on
It's Madden NFL 23. Up next, we'll see Joe Mixon coming off an incredible effort over 200.
So the football will be at the 20. As this offense gets set to take over.
Here's Burrow to throw right away.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Mixon last week, he was able to topple the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated, only found the end zone one
just
time.
once.
That doesn't even seem fair, does it?
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Gotta go.
Here's Burrow.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As mentioned, hottest teams in the NFL riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Here we go.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6.
Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, This is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Back to Mixon on first down. And they'll get this down to the 10. 16 more on that one and another first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown Bengals.
Jamar Chase
from 10 yards out. And the Bengals are in for 6. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's open.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go.
So things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over. So we're in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A draw play for Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
On 1.
So we've reached halftime, and we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchdown. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jet sweep, Boyd with it, and he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage. Sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I think the reason this play's so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them. On the ground, they feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E. Back now in Cincinnati. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. On the move past the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
They're not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Touchdown! Hayden Hurst with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capability.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this. Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely. So for the Bengals, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll drop down to 1-4.